Alrighty, in this one, Battle City, and it is Yugi taking on Ishizu. And out of these two, I am probably going to pick Ishizu because Yugi's deck is not that good, if I'm being completely honest. However, we will see. Anything can happen in the game of Yugioh. Alright, as this one starts up. So, what is new happening in the world of this channel and Yu-Gi-Oh content? Jaden takes on Bandit Keith after this one. Jaden's opponents will conclude over this week and maybe the Monday or Tuesday or so of next week. So Jaden's series is close to coming to an end. And after that, I do believe Duke Devlin is going to follow. The Duelist Kingdom season itself is also very close to finishing as well. And that is going to free up some deck slots, as I can only have up to a maximum of 32 on each switch. So what's going to happen when the Duelist Kingdom season ends? The reason why I've been able to do Jaden and Becca's series is because we pre-recorded all of Mokuba's duels, so we could delete his deck on one of the switches and then create Becca's deck and then run it against the other switch which still had Mokuba's deck on it, along with all the other Duelist Kingdom decks, as well as Ishizu goes in to attack the mystical elf and doesn't get very far. She also has Agido on the field as well. Yugi has just drawn Brain Control. And he decides to play Brain Control after all, so let's see, he's taking control of Zolga. He's also got Beta the Magnet Warrior, so Yugi might be able to do a bit of life point damage here. Also in this channel, earlier on, if you like Pokemon videos, I did a solo run with Meowth in Pokemon Blue and Red. I think it's my 98th or so different solo run. I am doing all 151. I will do all 251 on Silver and Gold as well. Well, not on both games, just one game. I'm not doing 251, 400 and 502. I'm not doing 502 solo runs on Gen 2. Just the one game is enough. But 251 runs will come on that, along with 386 on Ruby and Sapphire afterwards. Actually, I think I'll do them on Emerald, because Emeralds... Anyway, enough about Pokemon. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is here. There goes Agido, so Ishizu will be able to roll a dice. She rolls a 6. And 2,500 life points coming off of Ishizu here, so Yugi off to a good start. He also took Kelbeck with the effect of exchange just a little bit ago as well. Other series on this, yes, after the Duelist Kingdom season has concluded, I think from then on, I think I'm only ever going to run one season at once, because running 2 seasons has been... It's been a lot of fun, but it's also a ton of work, and it gets very... what would be the right word? It will come to me in a minute, but... as we see, Mystical Elf has just been destroyed. 900 points off of Yugi. Tedious, I would say the word is. It's fun and it's very enjoyable, and it's very fun to watch as well. It's very fun to produce, but it is very tedious doing 2 seasons at the same time. So after Duelist Kingdom will end just a little bit before the Battle City one does, so we will have the Duelist Kingdom season finish first. And oh, Blast by Tribute. Oh, that is horrible for Yugi. He's just lost Summon Skull, and he is going to be defenseless for the next turn. Ishizu could wipe out a lot of life points here off Yugi. So yeah, after Duelist Kingdom season ends, Battle City will continue. I think I'll do the mini series like we see with Jaden and Becca. After Jaden, yeah, I'll do a Duke Devlin one. I think we're keen to do here. Also keen to do Rebecca taking on Battle City, as well as Jaden as well. I want to do a Jaden versus Battle City one, but I think I'll do Becca's Battle City run first. There will be a Becca versus Jaden Duelist Kingdom match as well, just for fun as well. But I also want to open up doing some Archetype runs as well. Maybe having the Gravekeepers take on Duelist Kingdom and Battle City as well. as well as trying to move forward and try to incorporate some GX stuff upcoming as well. Also, Seal of Orichalcos as a season as well will probably happen after the Battle City one as well, because once the Battle City one ends and all those deck slots become available again, would like to start having Valen and Raphael and all those sorts of decks come into play as well. Alright, Ishizu, one card in hand. Yugi did activate a card destruction, but... Wait, no he didn't. Ishizu blew it up, didn't she, with D... Did she destroy it with D-Spell? Or did Yugi use it? I don't know, I wasn't watching. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yugi has been crushed in this first match, only 9 turns. And we're going to set them up again. We're going to go from Ishizu's perspective this time. But in terms of Archetype, from what I've been looking at online, it sounds like the Gravekeepers was kind of like the first one. I know you could argue and say that Blue Eyes and Red Eyes technically could come first, but their Archetype, their support cards came in later. There was also another sort of like mini Archetype called Dark Scorpion. There was called the Strong, Meanie the Thorn, Chick the Yellow. There weren't very monsters in it, and they didn't really have many support cards, but I wouldn't mind doing a little run with them as well. Eventually, I will go through every Archetype. I mean, the possibilities for Yu-Gi-Oh content, quite honestly, it's infinite. I could do Yu-Gi-Oh content forever, and I probably will, because Yu-Gi-Oh is just such a good game. There's no other game in the world like it. I mean, there's other games, similarities of course, but the Yu-Gi-Oh game itself just has its allure of individuality compared to, say, Magic the Gathering, the Pokémon trading card game, any other trading card game out there. Yu-Gi-Oh is just so unique. Okay, Berthamut was played. It was Big Shield Gardener that made way, and Berthamut and Gazelle, the King of Mythical Beasts, is being fused. We are going to see Chimera, the Flying Mythical Beast. Oh, speaking of which as well, I really, really need to do a Duelist of the Roses playthrough again soon as well. Keep saying that I'm going to, and I will. It's just, if only there were more, if only people didn't need to sleep. Although, not gonna lie, being asleep is quite, is quite pleasant as well. Alright, down goes Shining Angel. You know what else I need to do as well? I need to do commentary for my Caterpie run that I did on Pokemon Blue and Red. That was horrible. It took like a day and a half just to do it. Caterpie in Gem 1, Struggle is a normal type move. It's not typeless, so technically Caterpie can't do it on its own because it can't actually get through the Ghost type trainers. So with a little modification, I gave Caterpie Leech Life just to use exclusively against the Ghosts. Other than that, Caterpie technically can defeat the Elite Four on its own, besides Agatha of course, but not taking the Ghosts into account. Caterpie can beat... It needs to be level 100, and I needed to use a lot of X items on it to actually get it done, but yes, lots and lots of stuff to do. I did a run with coughing as well. I still need to commentate that. Alright, down goes Keldo. And Shining Angel going in for an attack against the Giant Soldier of Stone. Alright, what's Yugi got next? A face down spell or trap. And it's going in against the Shining Angel. Unknowing to Yugi, Ishizu is holding a Medora, which is an extremely dangerous card. 4 stars, and very, very easy to get Medora powered up. In fact, it might even be able to get over Chimera, the Flying Mythical Beast now. Oh, what's the date today? November 5th. Okay, I think it was November 19th off the top of my head, but there is a It's called MySims, which is coming out. It's like it sort of looks like an Animal Crossing sort of game, but it's The Sims. Apparently it came out on the Wii years and years ago, and this is like a revamp of it. I might actually get that. I am a big fan of The Sims. Oh, speaking of which, I really need to do a Sims 2 video again as well. Oh, so much to do, so little time. Does anyone know where that little quote is from? Well, the full quote is, well, so much to do, so little time. Take your time, don't be afraid. Does anyone know where that's from? Again, it is a game series. Alright. There's end phase. Alright, we're back to Ishizu. There's Demise, the King of Armageddon. And another Keldo goes down. Ishizu is just building up her fairies in the graveyard to summon that Mudora. And when that comes to the field, it is going to absolutely hammer Yugi into the floor. I can guarantee it. Alright, Queen's Knight was summoned. Down goes Keldo. So all of Yugi's, or nearly all of them, have gone back to the graveyard. Gone back to his deck. From the graveyard to the deck. With the effect of Keldo. Okay, Kelbeck just sent Chimera, the flying mythical beast, off the field and back to Yugi's fusion zone. So Yugi has just lost Chimera. It's a big loss in Monster, but I don't think it's going to matter because... Oh, there's End of the World. Ruin, the King of Armageddon, is in Ishizu's hand. She's got to have 8 stars exactly, though. Doesn't have to add up past 8. You actually have to have the number of stars being attributed for it exactly on... Oh, Magical Cylinder. Oh, it's 2,900. Oh, that was half of what Ishizu's life points, what were remaining. Oh, that is a big hit. That is a really big hit. Magical Cylinder, such a card. Such a gem of a card. Alright, Yugi with another defense. But aside from the Yu-Gi-Oh! And the Pokémon and all the YouTube stuff I do, I have also been playing Hogwarts Legacy. It's like the first time in... probably almost since I started the channel. Like 2.5 years ago. Was it August? I think it was August 2022, I think is when I started it. It was, I've literally always had the game recordings going. For the first time in, like, probably that amount of time, I'm playing a game without recording it. I'm playing, Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy is actually really good. Alright, what's Ishizu going to go for here? Plays... Well, she played Into the Void, didn't she? Oh, there's Dragged Down into the Grave as well. Oh, I think Ishizu's going to lose that. I think she was just... I don't know what Ishizu was trying to do there. Anyway, it's not looking good for Yugi. He's got a 2,900 to deal with. He's only going to be able to... Oh, there we go, Into the Void. Alright, Yugi with a face-down spell or trap. Another face-down spell or trap. Always got to be mindful that Yugi does have Mirror Force floating around in his deck, so you got to be careful when you're dueling against Yugi. Alright, there's a Zolga. And, oh, Light Force Sword. There goes Zolga. Where am I up to in Hogwarts Legacy? I just did a little quest with Sebastian, with him and his sister Anne. I think my next main quest is... I just went with Deke and I caught some mythical beasts. That's about where I'm up to. I'm not actually that far. I'm at like level 28 though, so like all of the quests are like really low level because I just spent like a few hours just roaming around the world map finding everything that I was supposed to find later on in the game. But I don't mind being over leveled in games. In fact, this is before I started this YouTube channel, but I actually, has anyone played Final Fantasy 12? Actually, leave in the comments, is anyone big on the Final Fantasy series in general? Because I'm always up for good chats about Final Fantasy. On Final Fantasy 12 on PS2, I grew Vaughn to level 99 right at the start of the game, like literally right before you meet Pinello in Giza Village. I grew Vaughn to level 99. It was over 100 hours, but I don't even know why I did it. It was just for the fun of it. I still got the save file as well on my PS2 memory card. Alright, turn change. Back to Ishizu. Oh no, there's another Midora. Oh dear. I mean, Ishizu's only got 2,900 life points, so she's down on the points, but she's up on the monsters. 3,300 apiece for Midora. And the life point count is almost about to become equal. From here, 3,100 left for Yugi, 2,900 for Ishizu. And I guarantee you anyone playing would most want to be on Ishizu's side right now. 3,300 for both of those Midoras. And Yugi, ooh. Oh dear. Either Yugi has drawn a brick or he has got something like a Mirror Force or something and he's been baiting it. He's been waiting to play it all game and he's gonna activate it on this turn. There's card destruction. Yugi has no cards in his hand. Activates Light of Intervention. And Light Force Sword returns Zolga. Ishizu activates card destruction. Oh, Guardian Angel Joan. That's a good card as well. I have that card as well. Ah, clever. Ishizu turns one of the Midoras to defense mode. Just in case of a Mirror Force. Mirror Force will only destroy attack position monsters. But that is it. Ishizu picks up a convincing win against Yugi. And there's one more match for today, and it is Jaden taking on Bandit Keith. So thanks everyone for tuning in. This match against Yugi and Ishizu, I thought Ishizu would get the win, and she did. And I reckon Ishizu should have been utilized in further seasons. Just my thoughts. Okay, thanks everyone for tuning in. Yes, one more match, Jaden and Bandit Keith coming up. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, take care, farewell.